Dealing with loss can be really hard. Yeah, no fucking shit. But what about loss in a good anime? Well, buckle up, buckaroos, because we're covering that in today's episode of Tyler didn't start working on this video until 2 days before it's supposed to be released and is now scrambling to get the video recorded and sent to Vor before he starts streaming. The anime. Think of all the great titans, no pun intended, in anime. You got your One Piece, you got your Naruto, you got your Attack on Titan, your Redo of Healer. All of these animes, not including the acid drop mollywop that is Redo of Healer, share something in common. They'll have memorable and good death scenes that show their characters as real and make them feel vulnerable. They also make you realize that in spite of being an anime-obsessed miscreant, you are also real and vulnerable and kind of like a humanoid-like creature. There is, however, a huge gap in the level of skill in which these shows present death to the audience. And if I were to stack rank them, one obviously comes out way on top of the other ones. Redo of Healer. Out of all the modern and whatever One Piece is anime that have come out in the last 10ish years, Attack on Titan is definitely something a little bit different on many levels, and even at times it feels like it can be a lot of different genres at once. Kind of like me back in high school whenever I went through my weird goth jock phase that we don't talk about. It doesn't quite fit into any genre perfectly with the exception of seinen. All we know is that it's fucking good, and we like the creepy big baby monsters. But the area in my opinion that this show is the most unique is the amazing way that this series handles the death of its huge cast of characters. In series like One Piece or Naruto, for the most part characters feel relatively safe, even when they're in otherwise compromising situations. Like, I watched a group of 12-year-olds go out to rescue Sasuke and fight off some grown-ass adults to the death, and I never really felt like any of them were in real danger of dying. Throughout most of the series, I kind of intrinsically know that Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and the rest are going to survive their given altercations. This goes so far that we see Luffy get ganked 3 times on the same arc, and I never even flinched. In Attack on Titan, on the other hand, due to the chaotic atmosphere of their world and a few choice acts of not aliving some key characters, virtually nobody feels 100% safe. And even when you are pretty sure that they won't die, every once in a while the show will make you feel pretty unsure in the next few episodes. Take Armin for example. First season me, 100% sure that he would make it through the end of the show. Season 3 part 2 of me, let's just say I looked at extra crispy bacon a little bit differently for the next few weeks. This area is what sets good writing apart from amazing writing when it comes to the topic of death. In Game of Thrones, for example, I never quite knew when someone was safe or in danger, which is a pretty cool feeling when you're used to the opposite. Attack on Titan is the same way a lot of the time. The series makes you always question who's safe and who isn't, and that sensation really tickles my nipple. Who wrote this? Oh yeah, me. Tickles my nipples. Another key distinction that has to be made when talking about the greatest of Attack on Titan's writing when it comes to death is just how unceremonious and straight up pointless it can feel. Sometimes, and by sometimes I mean almost all of the time, characters aren't just dying for some super noble cause, they're just a means to an end. They are literally just stepping stones in order for the remaining characters to continue towards their goals. And if not dying as a means to an end, i.e. the charge against the Beast Titans, their deaths are as brutal and random as they would be if the events of the series were happening in our world. Take for example the first time we see Aaron's group get absolutely cuck-stomped in the struggle for Trost. The random chaotic nature of those scenes show what a situation like this would really be like. Each of those cadets genuinely thought they were the main characters of their own story, and each of them had their own agency and naively went into battle feeling like they were prepared for this situation, and goddamn they were wrong. The scenes of Aaron and his team getting the biggest reality check of all time are so good because they were filled with so much hope, and you could tell they really believed that they could do something against this horde of Titans they were facing, and not only were they wrong, but literally all but one of them died.
Oh my god!
This set of scenes is the anime equivalent to you dating someone for like 10 years, being madly in love with them, then getting publicly turned down when you ask them to marry you, and then being robbed, stabbed, and left to die by your partner as she rides off into the sunset with her new boyfriend because he doesn't stream all the time and actually pays attention to me. Okay, that example hit a little bit close to home. But that is the thing about Attack on Titan, it hits close to home. In a world where everything is so insanely different and abstract compared to our own world, we can relate to the characters on a human level in a way that you wouldn't normally do due to the fact that you've been in situations like them. No, not fighting Titans, but thinking that something was about to go your way, then having something brutally ripped away from you and facing the sad reality that this isn't the fucking movies, and things don't always go your way. For every step the characters take forward, it feels like they take 2 steps back, and this is especially true with death in this series. Every time you get close to a character who ends up dying, you feel it. And there lies the problem with so many other series. Many other series either offer too much plot armor or straight up bring characters back temporarily or permanently. I'm talking about the War Arc in Naruto. So of course the deaths don't feel real at all. You know why death feels so real in Attack on Titan and in real life? It's the finality of it. There's no coming back. San's a very extreme case that involves having a very specific set of circumstances, and even that, the person can't be actually fully dead or it won't work. I'm in no way trying to claim that Attack on Titan does death perfectly, and I'm sure if you really sat down and thought about it, you could probably find a few examples of things that I brought up that I don't like about other shows in this one. But purely from an anecdotal point of view, or the way that it feels, Attack on Titan has definitely done something right that many otherwise great writers and series have done wrong, and I'm happy it did, because I feel like it made the series so much better as a whole. Alright guys, this part of the video is going to be completely unscripted, and I'm not going to pay to get it edited, so there's probably just going to be some sort of like a picture of me on it or something. I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video, 1, and 2, this video kind of came for me at a weird point because I'm dealing with a pretty significant death in my life, and I think this was kind of like a good avenue to actually just talk about death in general. I think it just kind of helped me out a little bit, having some sort of creative process behind my grieving process. So, yeah, I think that death in anime a lot of times can drag a series down really hard. But in this case, I feel like all it does is elevate all of the real character moments that happen in Attack on Titan, because all of the times that somebody dies, there's some sort of contrasting scene that is a serious, crazy victory, or us finding something out or solving a mystery or something along those lines. Some sort of huge victory happens afterwards. And I feel like that's one of the other things that Attack on Titan does really well is it always has some sort of contrasting feeling behind all of the death scenes. So, you know, I love this series. It's been great. I'm sad that it's over, but, you know, every anime and manga has to end at some point, and I feel like they did an okay job ending this one off. Obviously, there's going to be no spoilers for the manga in this one, so I'm not going to get super into it. If you guys want to see that video, go ahead. Well, I meant if you guys want to see that video, not video, but again, this part's not going to be edited. So if you guys want to see that video, then go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Also, check out my Twitch chat. Also, check out my Twitch stream if you haven't already. That's Tyler Doe Live, twitch.tv/Tyler Doe Live. We have a romp and a half over there. It's always a good time. So if you want to check us out over there, go ahead and go to twitch.tv/Tyler Doe Live. Pretty much stream every single day with the exception of Tuesdays and Thursdays. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, you're a fucking legend. Comment legend or something in the comments. I don't. That's fucking lame. Anyways, I'll just see you guys later. Bye. Take, for example, the first time we see Aaron's group get cuck stomped in the... Take, for example, the first time we see Aaron's group get cuck stomped in the... Take, for example, the first time we see Aaron's group get cuck stomped...